Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Hacking IELTS. If you're joining us for the first time, this is a podcast and a YouTube channel dedicated to helping new and intermediate IELTS test takers understand the exam and attain higher results. In our last episode, we took a deep dive into the overview. To review, we covered the following. An overview is just a quick summary of the diagram you are presented without getting into any details. It's never a place where you share your opinion or your assumptions, or anywhere for that matter, in Task 1 writing. Next, we discussed that we only need a concluding sentence which can summarize the main findings for the diagram. And we also covered substitution and why it's so important to use different words with the same meaning. And finally, in episode 25, we covered the idea that the overview should really appear in the first or the last paragraph of your writing. In this episode, let's cover just one of the different styles of Task 2 writing that you may encounter and an example that my students used recently. First of all, let's look at the prompt or the topic. The prompt just means the subject you're given to write about in that rectangular box. Okay, so here's the topic my guys were assigned a while ago. Some people think that students require fun trips, such as a day for paintball, while others believe that this is a complete waste of time. Do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. All right. First things first, I like to give my students 4 basic steps to writing for IELTS. Step 1, read and analyze the prompt. What this means is that you really need to understand the topic before writing on it. Sometimes my students think they understand the topic, but then I ask them to paraphrase it and they're not completely clear on the subject. It's really important that you clearly understand the topic and what style of writing you need to execute. What is the style of this task? It is argumentative or an opinion-based task. Well, how do we know this? By the question, do you agree or disagree? Now, you may think this is fairly basic or straightforward, but be careful. Many test takers make the mistake of thinking this might be a task asking to write advantages versus disadvantages of fun trips. But it's simply not the case. Since we're being asked if we agree or disagree, we know that this is an opinion-based or argumentative essay. And that means we need to cover both sides of the argument stated in the first sentence. To reiterate, some people think fun trips are required, while other people believe such trips are a complete waste of time. Second, we want to make a plan. One of my favorite expressions in the world is fail to plan and plan to fail. You wouldn't just get in a car and drive without a destination in mind. This is the same thing when it comes to writing. Before you even think about starting this task, I highly recommend that you come up with a plan. You can spend 2 minutes or 5 minutes, but make sure your planning is complete so you don't write all over the place. Your plan for this essay could just be a mind map or a table. I think I would use a table since I can see both sides of the argument, provide examples, and ensure that support for each side is balanced. For instance, if I have 3 points that support the camp who favors fun trips, then I better have 3 points for the camp that thinks fun trips are a waste of time. Got it? Okay, now for our structure. There are a couple of approaches you could take for this task. One method would be to state your opinion right from the beginning, from your introduction, and then support it all the way through the essay. This is fantastic. But while this is completely acceptable, I'd like to show you another method that is balanced and will satisfy the test prompt as well. What we could do is start by writing an introductory paragraph paraphrasing the prompt. This just means restate the topic in your own words. Ensure you don't just copy and paste, or you'll drop by 1 band for this task. Next, we could ask a question and then answer it in the body of the essay. If our introductory paragraph is P1, then P2 will be the first paragraph of the body. What will we write here? Remember our plan? This is where our support and examples will be written in favor of fun trips. Try to use ordinal numbers such as first, second, third, and linking expressions to keep your writing smooth and flowing. Next, we can follow with P3, which contrasts P2. We may want to use expressions indicating contrast, such as, on the other hand, while, however, or conversely. You could even be direct and write in contrast. Add your support for those against fun trips, and remember to provide examples. You still with me? We're nearly done, guys. Now, let's wrap it all up with paragraph 4, and this will be our concluding paragraph. Here, you can add your opinion and to what extent you agree or disagree. Provide support for your opinion with examples, and voila, you have completed your argumentative essay. Don't forget step 4, which is to check. Check your punctuation, your grammar, your spelling, and your word count. And that's it. Done like dinner. Did this episode help you out? Let me know in the comments section on YouTube. And be sure to subscribe for new videos like this every week. Or be sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. You can also sign up for free courses over at hackingielts.com. Take care, guys, and catch you in the next one.